Here are 5 common obstacles likely holding you back from learning another language. Hi, my name is Jonathan Huggins and I'm an American English teacher. And in this video, we're going to be addressing some of the most common language learning obstacles that get in the way of learning. 1. Inconsistent practice. Many aspiring language learners only practice if or when they have free time. This means that if nothing else comes up on their schedule, they will practice. However, this is a haphazard approach and leads to inconsistent practice sessions with mixed results. Instead, if language learning is a priority for you, you should reserve a specific time and specific place when you know that you won't be distracted or interrupted. Don't rely on luck. Make time for your priorities and protect the time that you reserve. It's a commitment that you make with yourself, so respect that commitment. Show up for that moment just like you would show up for a job willing to work. You don't go to work just whenever you feel like it, so make sure to show the same respect for your scheduled priorities, such as language learning and practice. 2. Being inflexible. Another potential obstacle getting in the way of consistent practice is being inflexible. This is likely due to an all or nothing mindset, which means that if you miss one practice opportunity, you might completely give up. In the last tip, I mentioned reserving a specific time and place to practice, but actually, you should consider finding at least 2 or 3 options. If you miss the morning, you can still practice in the afternoon or evening. Aim for the morning, but keep trying to find more opportunities for learning and practice. Also, being flexible means being willing to do less instead of nothing. For example, if you aim to study for 20 minutes, but only have 10 minutes available, take advantage of those 10 minutes instead of throwing them away. Multiple sessions of 10 minutes can add up throughout the day and be just as effective or even more so than only one 20-minute session. So flexibility in terms of time of day, location, and length of time will ensure that you get at least one practice opportunity. 3. Being too embarrassed. Many self-conscious learners worry too much about what other people may think or say. Focus instead on how important it is for you to practice. And for that to happen, it is expected that there will be some mistakes or small errors. However, these are an important part of the learning process and should not be stigmatized or completely avoided. It's important to develop some tolerance for making mistakes and realizing that these will not cause the end of the world. By practicing more and being willing to practice despite feeling nervous, you will develop tougher skin. Also keep in mind that what others think should not influence whether or not you decide to practice. Lastly, if there are very critical people getting in the way, avoid them and look for a safe learning environment where you're surrounded by encouraging people who motivate you to practice. 4. Not knowing how to get started. In the information age, what we don't lack is lots of information and advice. Unfortunately, it can at times be overwhelming if we have so much information to sift through that we don't know how to get started. However, it can be a simple, arbitrary decision of just allowing yourself to pick something easy and simple to start with. Trust that adjustments and improvements can come later. Decision paralysis can stop people from trying something new before even getting started. So to avoid this, try choosing the first option that comes to mind. And if it doesn't work or go as planned, you can pivot or try something else afterward. Be willing to make an imperfect first step of a rough draft that you can fix later. Nothing is perfect, so get started with what you have instead of delaying or waiting for better conditions or more information. You have enough and know enough to just get started now. 5. Giving up before seeing results. Some impatient learners have been sold on the idea that everything should be instantaneous and on demand. If you want something, there's an overnight pill you can take. That's not how language learning works. You are planting seeds, nurturing them, and developing long-term habits that require consistent effort and patience over time. Remind yourself that you will be rewarded little by little as you continue. If you give up, you won't see those long-term benefits. As impatient as you may be, you need to develop faith and trust that learning a language is a skill that takes time and patience. I hope these tips have given you something to reflect on, and if you would like to join a supportive community that will help you overcome all of these obstacles, I would highly recommend that you check out the 30-Day Speaking Challenge. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content.